pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. 33 years, man. 33 years of prison stories. We pushing. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. We need that. It helps the channel grow. Man, y'all in for a treat today. This right here, man, to give you the example of how crazy and soap opera-ish prison can actually get. This one of these stories, man, that you might not never heard nowhere else in life, man. Real talk. You might not never heard nothing like this in life. Okay, I'm on Nodaway, I believe. This is my first trip, my first time up there. Cause I've been in Nodaway twice. I believe this is my first trip. So I'm up on this joint, and I ended up in the hole for a little petty fight. It won't really a fight. It was more like, well, I guess you could say it's a fight. It was just a one hitter quitter. Bang! You know what I'm saying? But the person in the booth seen me. So the dude said I didn't hit him. Of course, I said I didn't hit him. She said that she seen me hit him. You know what I'm saying? Just so happened his mouth was bleeding, so they locked me up. Right? So I'm back there, but he kept saying I ain't do it, I ain't saying do it. I thought I was gonna beat the charge. You know, like I said, you ain't gonna never beat no charge when you go to the kangaroo court in prison. Cause whatever the CO say, that's what it is. But he took it like a G. He said I ain't hit him. I said I ain't hit him, but I still got, you know what I'm saying, 30 days in the hole. Right? So anyway, so when I'm back there in the hole, while I'm in the hole, they do it comes up with the annual shakedown where they come and shake the whole compound down. So they do that in the hole too, even though you can't have nothing back there. You know what I'm saying? But like your magazine, your pictures, your phone book, or just small stuff, you can't really have that. You ain't got your TV, you ain't got no food, you ain't got none of that type of stuff, right? So I'm back there in the hole, so they doing the annual shakedown. So when they get to our block, they start doing the shakedown. They start on the bottom tier first, and then they're gonna do the whole bottom tier. Then they'll end up coming up on the top tier. I happen to be on the top tier. So when I'm on the top tier. 1, 2, 3, about 4 cells from the end, from the right corner, right. So when they doing the shakedown, and they come up top and they get to my cell, they do like 4, 5 cells at a time. So about 3 cells for me, it was a dude in there. I know him, but I don't know him. But I know him from the compound, from just seeing him and stuff. So they get up in his cell and they shaking his cell down there. When you get them old boot licking, Uncle Tom, tap dancing, Jeffro, Bodine type COs, man, they just want to just mess with you and just go. I hate it when I get shakedowns too, because I don't like people going through my stuff. So when you get them ones, they want to go through everything, like open looking at your letters, acting like they reading your letters and checking your cosmetics, all looking like it's, man, that's a whole nother story right there. But you get them tight. So when they be shaking down, you be looking out there, seeing who out there, be hoping you don't get this person to get your cell. They go in sets of twos. Man, I don't want that click right there. I don't want you, because you know that these is bootlickers and they're gonna be, going all through your stuff and just aggravating you. It's just invasive, aggravating procedure to go through. So dude down there, a couple says for me, he get the bootlickers, right? So when the bootlickers go in his cell and they shaking his cell down there, they cuff us up, and we in our boxes. We just in our boxes and our shower shoes, you know what I'm saying, t-shirt, and we got to stand outside the cell while they shake the cell down. So I'm out my cell. There a couple of cells down, so he out his cell too. So I can see him keep arguing with the bootlicker. So I already know they up in there, just doing extra stuff. You ain't got nothing. It ain't no whole lot of stuff to go through in there besides your personal mail and your personal stuff, right? So now this was his fault on this part. He got a couple of pictures taped to his wall by his bed, by his head of his bed, right? Now a lot of dudes do that, you know what I'm saying? Tape their little pictures up there. You in the hole, man. You ain't going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? That's your little visual or whatever the case may be. So he got a girl up there. You know what I'm saying? A couple of pictures of a girl up there. I guess it's his old girl or whatever. So he got them up there. But they naked pictures. But the thing about it is, you can have naked pictures during this time. You can have them, because when I first came to the penitentiary, your girl could send you naked photos and everything. It was all good. They eventually stopped that because dudes was getting to fighting and stuff over pictures. Dudes, you get a celly or something. He sell it in court, sell it looking at his photo album or something, and put the beats on them, some stuff like that. So they eventually stopped them Jones from coming in. But they got a thing in prison called the grandfather clause. Meaning if you already got something that you got legally that was permitted at one time, but now is not permitted, they can't take it from you, but you just can't get no more. You understand? It's something like you can't get no more, but they can't take it from you. So like somebody new that's coming into prison or somebody who ain't got it, they can't get it. You can say, man, the man got a whole lot of naked pictures, and then I got to get my people to send me some, and they say I can't have them. Boy, how can dude have them? Because he already had them. And you, even if you already got them, you can't get them no more. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of issues with this grandfather clause because people would come and try to take your stuff. COs that just wanted to be bootlickers, try to take your stuff, and you have to explain to them, man, I've been had these woo, and I got these through the mail. So it was a big issue in prison. I even went through some of these issues. It's nasty. It was nasty work. But anyway, so he got the pictures up there. So the bootlickers take the pictures off the wall, right? And they saying that they taking it because it's contraband. He's saying, nah, you can't do that. That's not contraband, man. That's them my pictures, man. Them personal pictures. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, you can't have them on the wall. It's contraband. Man, you tripping, man. You better put my pictures back. But he cuffed up. And he ain't just in boxes and slippers. So they like, man, hey. So he started walking to the cell. So look, they pushing him back out the cell. And he like, hey, man, get your hands off me, man. Hey, look, man, call the sergeant, call the lieutenant or something, man. You ain't taking my pictures. He going off. Rightfully so. It's his personal property, right? So, boom. They call the lieutenant. So they say, all right, yeah, call the lieutenant. So the lieutenant coming. So when the lieutenant come up there, they got the pictures and they taking the pictures. They meet the lieutenant before he get to them, and they talking to him, showing them the pictures, or got the pictures. Talking about, man, I got the pictures, woo, and he got a lot more woo, and the one name in his photo album, wah, but he had these on the wall, so we telling him we confiscated. So the lieutenant looking at him and talking to him. Now he hollered to the lieutenant, man, hey, lieutenant, come down here. They can't take my ish. They can't take my ish, man. And all of this talking going on. And then the lieutenant grabbed the pictures and look at the pictures. And I'm at the end so I can see him. So it's like he look at the pictures, man, and you can see his demeanor and everything change. He was like, who him? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, man, and pushed the officer out the way and like beeline to the dude. So as he beeline and walking to the dude and everything, the dude cuffed up and all that. So as he getting closer to him, dude like, hey, lieutenant, they can't take my picture, man. They're my personal picture. Man, when the lieutenant get up to him, he grab him by his neck and shove him up against the wall and just start choking him. And man, everybody up in that joint like, man, what the, you know what I'm saying? What the going on? And the two COs, they run down there and they like, Lieutenant, what got? And they grab him, and he like, get the F off me, get off me. So he grabbed dude and slam him down to the ground, and he choking dude, but dude got the cuffs on him. The lady in the booth, she done called people and everything. The two COs, they scared to grab him, even though he a lieutenant. You can see what he doing. He all the way out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? He all the way out of pocket. So he like, man, where you get them pictures from? Where you get them pictures from? And dude is choking, man. So dudes, we start hollering, everybody up in there hollering, man, get up off that man. Get up off that man. What y'all do? Woo, woo, woo. So all these police come running in and everything, dude down there scrambling and all. Then they really try to get him up off of them, the two COs, when they see other people come. So they get the dude up off of him and they trying to push him out, man. Look, it's police coming in there, out the police, out the police, out the police. They want to know what's going on. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So boom, they got to call the captain over there and all this and all that. So they take the lieutenant out back where the washroom and stuff at. So they back there talking to him, woo, 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 and don't nobody know what's going on. So then you got all these police in here. They done disrupted the whole shakedown. So don't nobody know what's going on. So dude is up off the floor and they're like, man, yeah, get the warden over here. Get the warden over here, man. I don't know who the F you think I am. You got me effed up. You got me effed up. I'ma sue y'all. I'ma sue y'all. Y'all seen that? Everybody seen that, right? Everybody seen that. He going crazy. It's like pandemonium up in this joint. So they started putting us back in our cell because they ain't even finished in the shakedown because there's so much commotion going on. So then everybody wondering what's going on. Why did dude do that? Why lieutenant just come up there and grab dude like that, you know, around his neck, and he just like lost his mind. You know what I'm saying? He lost his mind. Ain't nobody know what was going on. So boom, as they put us back in there, we stay in there, man. They done disrupted the whole shakedown, man. All the police ended up getting out. Then next thing you know, they come back, man. It's like 2 hours later. Yeah, you got it. They still got to do this shakedown. They come back, they start going back, shaking down. Do we get this? They got it on paper. They got to check it off whose cells that they done shook down and what they done did, right? So they come back to my joint. So when they get back to my joint, it's a different COs this time, right? And one of the COs is cool. He all right, you know, he one of them try to get along type jokers because he's nervous purpose. So boom, when they get in my joint, they going through, oh, man, what all that was about, man? What's going on, man? He was like, man, they're crazy, man. So he's like, man, what's up? So the other dude, he was acting like he was scared to talk around the other CO. But he was cool, but the other one that was helping him. So I'm on the outside, so they in there going through, it ain't a whole lot of stuff to go through, you know, going through the stuff, woo, woo, woo. So boom, everybody out there, you know, dudes laughing and joking, yeah, better not nobody choke me. I wish you would, because, you know, everything they try to turn into a joke, because why? We locked up, we bored, we ain't got nothing else going on. That was like major drama, major excitement. Everybody holler, I know he getting fired. Yeah, he got to get fired. I'm going to write a statement. Yeah. Hey, all of us want grievances. Everybody in here get a grievance, man. Write that up. Everybody, man, stand up, stand together. Y'all seen that man, Lieutenant choke that man for no reason, man. Everybody write a grievance, man. So they trying to get riling people up. Now, that's crazy, too, because they'll turn around and try to lock you. You already locked up. They'll turn around and come give you a charge for inciting a riot and ship you up off of that joint that day. Yeah, man, it's a dirty game up in there. For hollering out like that, they will give you an inciting a riot charge. That's how crazy prison is. So anyway, so the CO that's in my joint, I'm trying to find out what's going on. What happened? What did he do that for? So he keep giving me the hint like, I'm gonna tell you. He talking about he don't want to say it in front of the other CO. So I'm on the outside, so as they in there fumbling around, so when he come back out, he like bringing stuff out, like bringing the trash out, woo. So when he sit the joint down, he get beside me, he was like, oh, that was a picture of his sister. I said, what the? Oh boy had naked pictures of Lieutenant little sister. But he got naked pictures of the lieutenant little sister because he used to mess with her on the street. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he don't know him. He ain't know the brother, but that's dude's sister. So when Lieutenant see the pictures of his little sister naked, you know what I'm saying? He snaps and goes and you know what I'm saying? Grab the dude and like, that's why he was saying, where you get them pictures from? Where you get them pictures from? But that's dude's sister. That's the lieutenant's sister. You know what I'm saying? And I guess you know what I'm saying? Probably ain't never seen his little sister naked. You know what I'm saying? And then to see it in there and then know that a inmate or a convict got it and he got it on his wall and these other COs is looking at it and they passing it around. See, now it affects him directly now because it's his sister. But that's how they do. They holding your pictures up, your personal pictures, showing them to each other. It's different when, you know, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. See what I'm saying? Dudes be snapping about that, man. Man, hey, man, you showing everybody my picture, whether it's a lieutenant, sergeant, or whatever. You know, it's personal. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good then, because dudes be complaining and snapping, and then the lieutenant, sergeants, and majors and all them be saying, man, calm down, they just doing their job. Okay, but now when you see that it's your sister, you lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? You lose your mind, and you lost your job. Yeah, he ended up getting fired for that. Dude put a lawsuit on him and everything. I don't know where the lawsuit went. And to be honest with you, even though it was blatant, it's on camera, you got all of these witnesses, it's still hard to beat the state in a lawsuit, man. I know very few people who did it. So I don't know, because like I say, I ain't stay there long. I ended up getting gone. So I don't know where the lawsuit went or whether he won it or not. But I did hear for sure. I know he got fired. He got fired for that. You know what I'm saying? Which is probably only because they knew that lawsuit was coming in, and then everybody seen it was on camera. He was out of pocket. Now he'd have made it all the way up to a lieutenant. You did, and he lost his job over his sister's pictures. So then I heard too, cause now he ain't there, so now the COs ain't scared of. So they be talking. They say not only did he lose his job, he lost his freedom. They say he got locked up because they say he went home and evidently he went to his sister's house, confronted his sister. I heard it went bad. It got physical. She called the police. You know, he ended up getting a domestic, so he would have lost his job anyway, even if they didn't fire him. You cannot have a domestic charge on your joint and work in security in prison. You can't have a domestic, can't have a DUI neither. So if they get any one of them, they gonna lose their job anyway. But he had already got fired. From what I heard, the warden fired him on the spot that same day. So then he go home and go to his sister's house and confront his sister. And however that went down, she called the police, and he ended up getting a domestic violence charge or domestic assault charge or something, and they locked him up then. You know what I'm saying? So the dudes, some of the COs that ain't like him, they used to excuse me, they was telling everybody because it was, oh, I ain't like him anyway. Yeah, when you ain't said that when he was here, you was scared to death. And he was a nasty lieutenant. He was one of them that always ran his mouth, had some slick stuff to say. Dang, man, how did man got choked up here. It's the allergies, man. There's some up in this air, I don't know, but either way, man, like I said, it was crazy. He ended up losing his job. He ended up losing his freedom, all because he found his sister's pictures. That was it. And he couldn't handle it. He snapped. But my thing is, y'all be invading dudes' privacy, going through all that stuff. And I know they say you ain't got no privacy when you in prison. But I'm saying, they do that every day. When they shake people down, or even with the annual shakedown, they look at all that other people's stuff, and it's cool. And they try to justify it by saying, oh man, everybody just doing their job. We got to check for contraband. Woo-doo-woo-doo. Ain't no contraband and no pictures, dog. What you got to look at every picture for? They go through your photo album flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it be some invasive stuff, and a lot of them be doing it to antagonize you because they know it does. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, flip that over, put the shoe on the other foot. Now you mad. Because you know, you thinking in your mind all the type of things probably went through your mind, man. Oh man, this man know my sister. This man used to be doing this to my sister. Obviously, because my sister sent him all of these type of naked freak pictures. So that probably was a lot for him to process just by he won't expecting that life. You know what I'm saying? So crazy situation though, man. But yeah, dude, he lost his job, man, messing around with that. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lesson for him though. It was a lesson for him. Lost his job, lost his career, lost his freedom, all in one day. All in one day. You dig? So, and I say career because he was already a lieutenant. So obviously he been there a minute. You know what I'm saying? I don't think dude like mess with his sister at the present time because dude had been locked up for a minute, probably about 15, 16 years. So it probably was, like I say, on the street, probably was his old girl. And he just had them old pictures because at this time, them pictures would have fell into the grandfather clause because you couldn't get pictures by this time for, man, years and years and years. You know what I'm saying? So I know it was old, but still though, it still was his sister. And he couldn't accept that. And I know, crazy as it sounds, I know some other situations like this where officers then stumbled across some pictures of people that they knew. And all of them ain't turn out like that, but some of them did. But it'd be crazy. I know some where officers found them Jones and took them. And act like they ain't take them, and you know what I'm saying, but they just wanted to take them, and they ain't say nothing, and they took them, and dude realized that they took them, and like, man, my picture's gone, woo woo woo, but he just tried to take them because he didn't want dude to have them, you know what I'm saying, just because he stumbled across. It be some wicked stuff going on in prison, dog. It be some wicked stuff going on in prison, man. Y'all just have no idea. But if you stick around, you gonna find out that day. You gonna learn that day, cause I'm gonna tell y'all, you dig. But yeah, man, I remember that, man. The lieutenant found them pictures, lost his mind, lost his job, lost his career, all in one day. You know what I'm saying? Just because of what he seen. But anyway, y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back. I gotta go take an allergy pill, man. I feel like my throat is clogged up, but that's what it is. It's probably a lot of it's a lot of lint and stuff in here. I see it all on. Oh, y'all can't see it all on here. So yeah, when them particles and stuff be in the air, man, get in my throat, it be choking me, man, make my eyes water and everything. But y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back. Y'all be safe out there, be smart, man, make good decisions, man. Make sure you get that membership, man. If you want that real live penitentiary uncut version, State Coast Banker over there is dropping it raw and uncut. If y'all feel like we worth the blessings and y'all want to see these stories, man, on the big screen, man, go hit the GoFundMe. I would appreciate it. It's still up, it's still running. We still have a goal to meet. So anything you can put on it would be appreciated. If you can't do that, just share it to somebody, because anybody might bless it. You never know, man. Blessings come every day from all different directions. So just share it if you can. If you can't bless it yourself, it'll be a blessing for you to share it. I'll see y'all in a minute, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man, and duck them hooks, man, because they out there, man. And as y'all can see, anything can happen in the penitentiary on either side. It all depends. But just don't go in there and you ain't got to find out. Just wait for me to tell you.
The banking special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.